Hi, thanks for checking our channel. Here's going to be hopefully a repair video on this particular model. This is a Parmak solar pack 6-volt unit. So we're going to go through it, see if we can get it fixed up for the customer. We get lots of these models in for repair. This model's been around for decades. You can take one that's from 30 years ago. The sticking might look a little different. Guts might be a little tweaked and different, but the layout's almost the same, which is kind of nice. It makes things for repairs and everything pretty, a little easier, so you have to worry about different versions and models and stuff. But customers already been into this thing. I guess they tried to work on it and didn't make any headway with it. Well, there's one problem. This wire is come off. This isn't that old of a unit. It's 2023, so technically under warranty. It's got the newer style board. Not the newest, but a newer style. That's very close to the newest style, but it's not the newest by any means. Let me plug this wire back in real quick. I need a pair of needles, pliers. This is just part of the needle gauge. That shouldn't keep it from running. See what the note says. They actually got two of these things here. The other one's a little older, not by much. The note says one is non-responsive, one is weak. Both batteries tested good. Alright, well, let's get some power applied to it. 6-volt model, so we need to be over 6 volts, but less than 7. So we'll go 6.4, so that's plenty. So we're going to put our battery wire leads on our power supply across the thing here. We'll turn it on. Well, this is the non-responsive one. My power supply's got a little amp gauge on there. It tells me how much draw. It's drawing some power, but so it is. We know the unit's trying to work. Turn off and the amps go down. It's not drawing a lot, which these aren't a very heavy, demanding draw unit. Man, shame it's only like a year or two old and it's already got problems. This is, they've actually got, just looking at the stuff here, but they've actually got two boards newer than this one. This is the second newest board, and they got even a newer one than this one. But this is a board that they came out with. It's not the newest style, like I said. The newest ones look very similar, a combination of these two. They have the surface-mounted capacitors. This has a kind of an old-school through-hole type on there. Then the newest boards, they went back to these, I believe, but they've tweaked and changed some other things in them. So I don't think there was an issue with this one. I think once they got this version board straightened out, this was kind of a middle, in-between board to use until they fixed the problem with these ones. And then now they've, I guess, solved the issue with this version board with the current generation. Now we're going to try to, this ain't going to work. I hate these terminals that they use, these push-on terminal things. I hate them. They never, you're supposed to be able to push down on these little tabs there and release the wires, but they never compress. Well, that one did. Well, you're getting lucky here. Yeah, that one won't release. That one won't release. Nope. Some of them released, the other ones didn't, so we're just going to snip the wires right off. Nope, we're going to get this wire off there. Let me get that one. See if this one will release. Yep, that one will release, which is nice. Okay, let's get this board out. And this is under warranty, like I said, so this won't cost the customer anything. We've even got a modem thing on there. This is supposed to be, they're supposed to be coming out with a newer model, 6 volt and 12 volt, and they're going to have some kind of GPS modem talk to your phone thing in there, so it can tell you where the short is or tell you there's a problem. I don't know, some fancy thing. There are some brands that already do that. They've got some external things that you can hook onto the fence and talks to your phone with an app. Everybody's got smartphones today, at least a good portion of people do. So they're trying to get into that. We're trying to make your life a little easier in the field. That's not what's causing our issue, though. This modem thing isn't even activated on this unit because it's not. They don't have it. Not doing anything with that yet. With this model, it's just they're going to be at some point in time coming out with a new model. It's going to have it built into it. Now the fun part. So what I do on this version, on this style of board, is I plug in pigtails. So that way, because you only have so much length on these wires, and if you start cutting off too much, because they won't release out of there, then you're going to be real stretched for length. So I put pigtails on because I can always get more wire like this, and I can always cut up. You know, I've got plenty here. I've got more rolls of it, so I'm kind of sacrificing this stuff just for a future. If there's an issue down the road, for me and the next person who works on it, it'll be a little easier next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time anytime soon, but you never know. Okay, now power supply of my soldering iron timed out, so I got to power that back on. So now I'm going to cut these yellow wires to length as I need to, and I'm going to solder and heat shrink things together. Some of them I'm just going to splice together with crimp connectors and stuff like that, with using a good crimp tool. But like these ones were so much amperage, I mean so much energy going through the primary wires here. I don't want it to have an air gap and spark, so we will solder and heat shrink those. So soldering iron is warmed up, so now I'll get some heat shrink out here in a second, but let's put some solder on, tin these wires here. Get my heat shrink. pinch my finger. Alright, let's see. Come on. Okay, next one is this wiring. Oh. And I will put a piece of heat shrink on this one too. We're going to put this one back right there. Take this, wrap it around. Snip off top a little bit, and then we'll get a piece of heat shrink out. This little white, oops, that little white one should be just big enough. This one. Now we can start doing some easier splicing. There's a spider right there. Look at that thing. Whoop. Alright, let's see, this is just long enough. this is our battery stuff. Okay. All right, power supply on. Put the switch on. There's that. See what kind of spark it'll throw. Alright, everything seems to be working like I want it to. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drill out these two bottom ones. Put nuts and bolts in there. The two bottom ones I'm going to cinch up pretty tight, but the two top ones I'm going to leave kind of half loose, because he'll have to put this back into the main frame of the unit that holds his battery and stuff like that. And I don't want to make them too tight and have to make them struggle getting it apart, just to save the customer a little hassle. But those bottom ones, we're going to cinch those up pretty tight. One down, one to go for this customer, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. Well, thanks for checking our channel. We'll put this in the box and then we'll grab a second one. Thanks for checking our channel. Until next time, see you later on.